Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bree. Today I'm going to share with you guys some of the things I've been dealing with in my garden. Mostly good, but definitely some bad. So to start, unfortunately I have no idea what happened to my potatoes. One day I walked out and noticed that they started to get these little tiny bumps on them, and by 3 or 4 days later they were covered in these bumps and the leaves started to curl and get crunchy, so I had to make the decision to go ahead and pull them. I did post a few pictures on a few Facebook threads before doing so, and no one could give me an answer, and the more I googled the more I couldn't find an answer, so honestly no idea. If you see the clip and know or have some type of idea, please let me know in the comments below. For some backstory, these were organic potatoes that sprouted in my house, and from what I read you can plant sprouted organic potatoes in your garden, but again unfortunately things just went wrong and I absolutely have no idea. 2, I lost all of my mammoth sunflowers to rust, which was a very sad, unfortunate day because I had, I believe, like 22 or 23 of them planted throughout the garden. I went ahead and made the decision to pull those because I didn't want rust to go ahead and transfer to any of my other plants that are doing well. I did go ahead and plant more throughout my garden, so I should have more probably come end of July or August, fingers crossed. And then instead of planting all mammoth sunflowers, I did have some snacker seeds in my basement, so I went ahead and planted some of those as well. So I guess we're gonna have some snacker sunflowers as long as everything goes well. I will knock on some wood there because who knows, I mean we are still like mid-June at this point, so there's still a lot of gardening time left, but the tomatoes are looking amazing. I'm getting some really good Roma tomatoes already, and one of my waterlogged tomato plants is looking awesome. The other one, not so much. So one of them pulled out really well. The other one is getting buds and some flowers, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it anyway, but it's definitely not my most beautiful tomato plant in the garden. I also found my first caterpillar in the garden this year. Luckily enough, it was on the edge of the beans, and I don't think it did too much damage before I found it, luckily. My beans though are looking so good. Probably by, I would say, the next like 3 or 4 days I should be able to go ahead and pick quite a few of them. And then the area where I had my romaine lettuce, I went ahead and replanted with some of my green beans. There were a few that came up that didn't actually come up correctly. They didn't have any leaves and they were just kind of stagnant, so I did go ahead and plant 5 more of those tonight. I had to pull about 5 of them from it, but for the most part I think beans are going to be my best crop this year. At least as of right now it's looking like that. I haven't shown you guys the cucumbers yet, which the cucumbers are actually doing really well. They grew really fast for the first few weeks, and then I feel like this last week they've just been kind of stagnant, but I did have some sunflowers over there with the cucumbers as well, so I went ahead and planted 4 more plants because I figured, you know, why not? Might as well. I'm planning on pickling. We did go ahead and put up the insect netting on the hoop house because I'm starting to get some blooms on my zucchini. And you may be wondering why I have insect netting up on my zucchini, and it's because the last 2 years I've grown zucchini. They've been wiped out within weeks because of zucchini bugs, so I'm going to self-pollinate all of my zucchini this year, and it's looking like I'm going to have to do that pretty soon. I'm getting a lot of buds, and also I'm starting to notice that I'm starting to get these little miniature fruits on some of the buds. So we have the males, we have the females, and probably by the end of this week I'm going to have to go ahead and pollinate some of those, which is going to be my first year self-pollinating my zucchini, but it doesn't look too hard and I'm pretty excited to try it. Honestly, with doing organic gardening, things are kind of up in the air. You can only do so much because you're not putting pesticides on all of your stuff. Things I've been using is diatomaceous earth, neem oil, ladybugs. Those have been my 3 things for helping pest control this year, and honestly they have worked pretty well. Unfortunately for the rust problem on the sunflowers, there wasn't much I could do as far as what I researched. If you know anything as far as rust goes on that, please let me know. Honestly, this is my 3rd year gardening and every single year has given me a different type of curveball, so if you're feeling discouraged, believe me, I've been there. I definitely felt discouraged when I had to pull out all 20 of my sunflowers. We still have so much growing time. It's only mid-June, but thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble. If you would like to support my channel, please give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, hit that subscribe button, or share with a friend. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I will see you guys all next time. Bye!